In this video, I'm going to be trading OTC currency pairs utilizing two indicators, the Vortex Indicator and the Momentum Indicator. Gus Schmidt, and I'm back again with another trading video. So I'm on the Pocket Option platform, and I'm going to be trading OTC currency pairs on the platform here. So if we click on our assets icon here to the left, Pocket Option has various assets available to trade. They have currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, and indices. I'm going to be focusing on OTC currency pairs currently. So if we click on the icon here, the currency icon, this drop down menu pops up. And I've already checked off all the various currency assets here. And checked off the start off all the OTC assets, like I mentioned, with high payouts. So when you do that, the assets appear at the top of the chart here. So I can go through and analyze each of the assets, currency assets, individually and quickly. Okay, so I'm going to be utilizing two indicators. So if we click on our indicator icon here, the two indicators are the Vortex indicator here and the momentum indicator right here. So when we check those two indicators off, we see the indicators here at the bottom of the chart. And what I've done is, uh, okay, so for the Vortex indicator, if we click on the pencil icon, I've configured the period to 14 here. And in the style settings, I've increased the line the line width of each of the lines. The VI plus line to green 2 pixels and the minus VI line here to red 2 pixels. So we can go ahead and save that. And for the momentum indicator, I have the period set also to 14. And in the style settings, everything remains the same. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. And for my candlestick charts, we'll click on the icon here. I have my candle set to 1 minute, 1 minute regular Japanese candles. And for my trade timer, I also have it set to M1 or 1 minute. So I'll be looking at these 1 minute candles while taking 1 minute or 60-second trades, fast turbo trades. Now here, for the time frame on the chart here, I'm going to change it from M33 here to 1 hour, H1 or 1 hour. That way, when you do that, it gives me more of a window to look at the price action. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and look for some trade setups. Okay, so I'm on the USD JPY OTC pair, and I just took a sell trade here. Now, the reason why I took the sell trade, first of all, we're seeing the start of a bearish price action here in the price of the currency. Secondly, if you see the Vortex indicator here, the minus VI line and the plus VI line are showing a divergence between the two signal lines here. And everybody knows how much I love divergence. Uh, I'm unorthodox in the way I use some of these indicators. People are usually waiting for the cross before they take the trade. I look for divergence. I'll look for a cross when it's available, but I'll also look for divergence here. And you see here the growing divergence. And secondly, if you look at the momentum indicator, the bars are printing below. And okay, so we won that trade. So bars are also have printed below the zero line. We have some strong red histogram bars. So all of these confluences suggested to take a sell trade there. And I took the trade, so That trade was in the money. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next trade setup. Okay, so I'm on the USD BDT OTC pair, and I just took a buy trade here. Now, the reason why I took the buy trade is if you look at the vortex lines here, the green plus VI and the minus VI lines are showing a growing divergence here between the lines. And then secondly, if you look at the momentum indicator, we're seeing the green histogram lines printing above the zero line here. They've been printing below the zero line, but now they're printing above the zero line here. So when you have the divergence of the vortex lines, the increase in momentum, the histogram lines increasing in length of the bars here, this suggests a continued bullish push to the upside here. We're kind of seeing currently a bullish trend here. And that trade was also in the money. All right. So first thing you want to do is look for the vortex divergence and look for these growing histogram lines to print. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and look for the next trade setup. Okay, so I'm back on the UAH USD OTC pair, and I just took a buy trade here. And the reason why I took the buy trade, if you look at the price action currently happening with the pair, here there's a bullish price action. Generally, you want to trade with the current trend. Then look at this. You see the vortex, the separation of the vortex lines here, the divergence I previously mentioned. And then if you look at the momentum indicator here, it's printing, the bars are printing above the zero line and they're increasing in length here. So these three confluences suggest a continued bullish push to the upside in the price of the currency pair over the next 60 seconds. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration here. This is an example of a great trade here. Look at this divergence, growing histograms, growing momentum bars on the histograms. Okay, so that trade was in the money. Okay, so I just wanted to show everyone that the last trade did when it was in the money here, the UAH USD OTC pair, that was a winner. Okay, all right, so on to the next setup. Okay, so I'm back on the OMR CNY OTC pair, and here I just took another sell trade. I took a sell trade here, and the reason why I took the sell trade, if we look at the price action, first of all, there's a generally a bearish trend occurring in the price. Secondly, the vortex lines are showing a growing divergence here. Do you see that? A growing separation of the lines here. And then if you look at the momentum indicator, the histogram bars are not only printing below the zero line, but also growing, generally growing in length here. So all three of these confluences suggest a continued bearish push to the downside in the price of the currency pair. Okay, great. So that trade was in the money. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next trade setup. Okay, so I'm on the Aussie dollar, US dollar OTC pair, and I just took a buy trade here. And the reason why I took the buy trade is, first of all, we're seeing some bullish candles here forming here, suggesting a bullish trend currently. Then, if you look at the vortex indicator, there's a divergence, a growing divergence of the two lines here, the separation of the lines. And then third, the momentum indicator has begun to print green candles above the zero line. So these three confluences suggest a bullish push to the upside in the price of the currency pair. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, so that trade was a winner here. At the last second, there was a last push here, and the price continues to push upward. Okay, so let me pause the video and look for our next trade setup. Okay, so I'm on the USD CNH OTC pair, and I just took a buy trade here. And the reason why I took the buy trade is, first, if you look at the price action, there's currently a bullish trend occurring here. Kind of was consolidating here, but now it's beginning to what appears to be a bullish trend here. Secondly, we have the divergence of the vortex lines here on the indicator. Like I mentioned, I don't necessarily trade crosses here. Sometimes when you trade the cross, it may reverse back against you. I like to trade divergence. So there goes the divergence. And then if you look at the momentum indicator here, the bars, the green bars are printing above the zero line here, and they're generally increasing in length. So all three of these confluences, the price action, the divergence of the vortex lines, and the momentum histogram lines printing, suggest a bullish trade to the upside, a bullish price action. And that trade was in the money. Okay, so I'm going to end the trading session here. If you like the video, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in keeping up to date with my latest trading strategies. I have a link to the platform, the trading platform, the pocket option trading platform in the video comments or the video description or the channel bio. I also wanted to take note, I've only been risking no more than 1% of my capital here. The whole idea is that we want to grow our account slowly but surely. We don't want to risk high percentages of our capital because they can lead to big losses. The idea is, when you're trading binary options, if the rate of return on a particular asset is about 80%, then you need to show at least a 60%, 66% rate of return in order for you to grow your account. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Gus Schmidt, Vortex Momentum Trading Strategy.